Hey, Strawberry Wooten, how you doing? I appreciate you coming in. Hey, Michael Hartnick, how you doing, brother? Trying to get out at this sun. I might have to put something up over this window. It's too bright. Hope y'all doing good on Sunday afternoon. What y'all been up to? I've been out tilling in the garden all day. Oh yeah, Strawberry, doing good. I really appreciate you stopping in. I'm good, Michael. Hey, Tactical Fud, brother, how you doing? Recipe from nature. Hey, how y'all? I just been working out in the garden all day, trying to get it ready. Thank you, Recipe for Nature. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate y'all coming in so quick and early. I don't know how long we'll go today. We'll just have to see how many folks show up. What y'all been doing today? Finley River, how you doing, brother? I appreciate you stopping in. Georgia boy, what's going on, buddy? Hey, Mark J. Larson, brother, how you doing? Good to see you too. Oh, is that evening where you're at? Recipe from Nature. Edwards Family Farmstead. Hey y'all, how you doing? I appreciate y'all coming in. Well, resting's always good. It's a good day to take a rest. Oh, good. Let me know when you're coming down. What part of Georgia you coming to this time? Fishing trucker, what's going on, buddy? I appreciate you coming in. How you been? Oh yeah, I agree, Georgia boy. I've been out in the garden all day and there hasn't been hardly any wind today. Be a good day to be on the lake. I hope you're on the lake today. Crawfordville. I tell you what, message me right before you come down. I'll see if I can't drive down to Crawfordville and see you. Well, I can't blame you there. It sure is a beautiful day here, though. It has been nice, nice. I like froze last night, but it's been nice all day. Oh, is it, Mark? Seems like it's always windy there. Some of those days on your coyote line, I couldn't believe how windy it was. Oh, goodness. 40-mile-an-hour winds in Texas. Well, we had gusts of 35 last night. And, well, last 2 or 3 days, actually, but it's finally laid down. This is the best day we've had out here. Yeah, it is, Georgia boy, but I'll drive over to see old Finley. I don't mind that. I'll just pack my lunch and drive out there and see him. Oh, good, Mark. That's always a good day when you catch a limit on trout. Oh yeah, Georgia boy. It's been terrible. I got some stuff on my trail cam I'm gonna post. I bet that wind was gusting to 50, 60 mile an hour. Well, I appreciate you doing that, Nate. I really appreciate you stopping in. I hope y'all have a good time at the state park. Oh yeah, Finley, I'll come see you. You know I will. Oh, you're the legend. I'll come down and see you. Hey, Fuzz, how you doing, buddy? Oh yeah, Michael. That's the way it always goes. I took my truck, washed it, and on the way home it started raining on me day before yesterday. So it is what it is. It still looks better than it did. Hey Matt, Daddy Duck 365. How you doing, brother? Y'all been out turkey hunting? Thanks, Nate and D. I appreciate y'all coming in. Okay, Matt. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, it's always my luck, Michael. Every time I wash a truck, it's gonna rain. But I hadn't washed it since the end of trapping season, so it was pretty nasty. I had to wash it anyway. I got the Jeep running, got a tag for it today, so hopefully I'll have it on the road in a couple of weeks. That's all right, Finley. Hey man, bask in it for a day or two. That's okay. Ugh. I was trying to move around where that light ain't so bad. I'm gonna put a shade or something over that window before next live. Oh yeah, Georgia boy. I've been tilling. I I mixed in some compost today, and I'm tilling that under this evening. I got to go get some more probably tomorrow. But I'm about ready. I got to get my seeds. It's a feeding seed tomorrow, and then I'm going to. I'm ordering some from M&B Heritage Farms. Michael and Bobby Jean. I'm ordering some of their heirloom stuff tonight. Hey, Strawberry, I sure appreciate that. I really do. Thank you so much for stopping in. Oh man, Georgia boy. If you let me know what size belt it is, I might be able to get you one down here. We got two different shops that usually carry most everything. Thanks, Strawberry. Yeah, they got some hard to find belts. I don't know. It depends on what I don't know. If depends on where it came from. If it's an old Sears or something, they might have it. I know they got everything for Troy belts, but I'm not sure what kind of tiller it is. I tell you what, I pulled up a big old crepe myrtle, and that thing had the most roots I've ever seen on any bush that size. And then I run across a big old poplar root that was coming from all the way across the yard. That thing was about 14 foot long, but I got it out of the garden. So when I tilled it up this last time, I didn't run into any real big roots. So I'm just gonna leave it at that and till in some compost. Hopefully get planted by Good Friday if everything goes all right. Okay, Georgia boy. Well, if you can't get one, let me know. These guys can get anything Troy built. They usually carry a good selection. Even the older models, they can get them. BC Jers, brother, how you doing? How you and Kim are doing today? Yeah, I'm glad I didn't early plant. I got some friends of mine that planted early, and last couple of nights, 35 and 36 degrees. It's probably colder where you're at, but we had a pretty good little frost yesterday, last night before last. Is it snowing there again, Gerbs? Oh man, is it? I thought it was gonna warm up after last night. I hate that. That sounds about right, Fuzz. Just give it a little while. Sit down a little longer. It'll start sprouting. Man, Gerbs, I hate that, buddy. It's like 70 degrees here, nice and sunny today. Hey, Phil, Rockwood 64. Hope you're feeling better, buddy. How many frogs? Where'd y'all go? Oh, how many flounder did y'all gig the other day? I don't know why I said frog gigging, but y'all were down there flounder fishing. Oh yeah, Gerbs. We're all my azalea bushes. It kind of killed some of them back. Luckily, all my flowers had already bloomed and started going away for now. But my azaleas took a hit last 2 nights, and the hummingbirds are here. And I hope they can stay warm too. I don't even know if they've been here long enough to get a nest built, but well, we got a lot of trees blossoming here too, Gerbs. I hope it don't kill everything back. 10 flounder, 2 redfish, and 1 sheephead. Awesome, Phil. Me and dude's heading down to Panama City the 19th, so I've been getting all my fishing stuff ready. I hope we get on a lot of Spanish down there and some sheephead. Yeah, it has, Georgia boy. This is the first year I may have to start taking a little bit of medicine or something. Usually I can tough it out, but I think I might have to get me some Zyrtec or something because it's been last 2 or 3 weeks been killing me. And tilling up all this stuff and cutting grass ain't helping either. Even though it rained real good the other day, I think I'm just stirring it right back up out of the grass again now. Oh man, Jervs. All mine usually come in about most of my stuff start blooming real good about the second week of May here. I mean, the azaleas go ahead and sprout out, but the tulip trees and all that. Well, tulip trees usually do it early and it kills them all. But most everything else here, it usually comes in about second week of May. Yeah, maybe it'll melt off pretty quick, Gerbs. Maybe it won't stay long, kill them. I just can't believe it's gonna be 3 nights with frost for us. But I'm glad I didn't plant nothing now. So maybe it'll warm back up for y'all. That's right, Gerbs. That's right. Phil, you got your deer cooler squared away yet? Y'all still working on it? You mean as far as blooming stuff, Gerbs? Oh, 270s. You talking about 270 hunting rifle? It's a good rifle. Oh man, Phil. I hope I hope y'all don't get run up on a bunch of snakes down there pig hunting. Yeah, 270 is an excellent rifle, Gerbs. A lot of people hunt with 270s around here. Are y'all gonna be what are y'all hunting up there? Elk or mule deer or yeah, I ain't worried about it, Phil. I still have a garden to plow and chores to do. Yeah, I mean that'd be an excellent gun if you're shooting a long ways. There's I don't know. There's a lot of guys out here in the chat that can tell you the best ones for long distance shooting. I can't see good enough if everything I shoot's gonna be under 100 yards most of the time. All right, Finley, I appreciate it, brother. Thanks for stopping in, and you let me know now. I'll be on down there to see you. Yeah, Jared, it's pretty hard. A lot of places like that when you got draws here in Georgia. I think pretty much if you get turned down the first year, it's like getting to hunt on the national forest here. If you get turned down the first year, you're almost guaranteed to get in the next year. But sometimes you can get in. I've got in on the first try before. I agree, Phil. That's why I'm making me a bigger garden and all this year. And I'm gonna try and put the two deer in the freezer because that'd get us through. If the garden does good and I can get a couple of deer, I can always trap a possum or two. Hell, money's already tight though for me, so won't be anything I ain't used to. You ought to do good with your cooler this next season. Yeah, that's about right, Georgia boy. I'm we're looking at getting us a what do you call it? Pressure cooker for canning this year. We're gonna can a lot of our stuff instead of. I usually just freeze it every year, but we're gonna can it because we're running out of freezer space. Oh yeah, Jared, that's my thoughts exactly. Anything you can get on your own or produce on your own is gonna be the way to go. Because I don't see it getting better no time. Mossy Horn Hunter, hey, I appreciate you coming in. Mid Michigan, cool. Y'all ought to be warming up a little bit up there in Michigan, aren't you? Yeah, that's what I thought, Phil. A 270 is an awesome all around gun. Me and Lee McGee are going to ride down. There's a gun shop. I can't even remember where it's at, but they usually carry everything. I'm gonna go down and get me a 22 Magnum, just like my regular Ruger 22. I like the way that gun shoots. I like the feel of it, so I'm just gonna get it in a 22 Magnum too. I think I like 270 better than a 30. Well, I shoot a 35 Gerbs. A 30-30 works well. Just you're just not gonna get the distance, like I said. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with 30-30. It's got plenty of knockdown. But I think a 270 would actually be a little better for you. Yeah, I to me, I don't know. My daddy always hunted with 30-06s. I just ain't never been a 30-06 guy. Oh, well, at least it's warmed up some. I know I seen a lot of people in Michigan and they had a cold winter. So I was hoping it'd start thawing down for y'all. I feel whatever happens is gonna happen. I don't even all I know is I just want to be prepared. You know, it's all you can do is just make sure you're stocked up and you got your stuff. Yeah, I agree, Georgia boy. But like I said, I can't see worth the crap. So a 35, by the time I see them, they're already within 100 yards of me. So that 35's always worked good for me. Yeah, I mean, my dad had two or three 30-06s. He had a 7 mag and all this, and I always just hunted with that 35. It just, I don't know, felt good. Plenty of knockdown. I didn't get to hunt fields much because everywhere we hunted was usually thick stuff. So, you know, and that's what I pig hunt with too, is my 30-35. Yeah, mossy horn hunter. Everybody needs to be. I mean, you don't have to go overboard, but you better be prepared. All right, Georgia boy, that's what I got. And I hadn't seen any. Used to see them in pawn shops some, but I hadn't seen any in a long time. But I wound up buying my son a 35, I mean a 30-30, because I could not find a 35, not a 336. Hey, Kyle Lusk, how you doing, brother? You reloading shotgun today, or what are you doing? Hey, Mike, Hobby's Hobo, how you doing, brother? Snowing and raining and on the West Coast this morning. Man, I hate that for you. I hope y'all warm up soon too. Yeah, I think that's a good choice, Gerbs. Mike, you reloading this weekend? Yeah. I tell you what, I never knew how popular the 35s were, Georgia boy, until I started trying to find stuff for them. Uh, oh yeah, I agree, Kyle. I got that 35 when I was I think when I turned 13, which I don't know, I'm 61, so it was a long time ago. And that's the only gun I've ever hunted with. I used 30-06 one year and just didn't feel comfortable. I always liked my 35 lever action. Hey, Mossy Horn Hunter, I appreciate you coming in, brother. I really do. Thanks a lot. Hope you have a good Sunday afternoon. Oh, putting up groceries? Well, ain't nothing wrong with that, Kyle. At least you got some. Oh, really, Georgia boy? I don't even know if I've seen that. 3855. Really, Phil? Well, that's the gun I got. I've had all my whole life pretty much. Hey, that sounds like a deal, Gerbs. Sounds like a good deal. Hey there, Jamie's Country Living. How you doing? That's the female Jamie, not JH586. Everybody say hey to Jamie. I'm doing good, Jamie. Been working out in the yard, getting the garden ready. Ah, well, I hope your afternoon's better than your morning, Jamie. Oh, okay, Winchester 94. All right, Mike, I got you. I knew you were reloading something though, or melting something down. Well, these days, Gerbs, I think that's a pretty good deal, especially with 100 rounds of ammo. Heck, a box of ammo costs you what? What, everybody? 30, $40 a box now? I don't even know what 30-06 ammo is going for, but everything's high with the scope and you get all that ammo. That ain't a bad deal at all. That's all right, Kyle. I'm with you, brother. If I take these off, I can't even see my laptop. All right, Phil, I appreciate you coming in, buddy. Give me a holler. I'll be around. Yeah, Gerbs, I think that's the deal. I think if I get that 22 Magnum, that's probably the only gun I'll get this year. Unless I get another shotgun or something. But I don't know. I got invited to go uh, dove hunting, and I could probably go turkey hunting if I wanted. I just hadn't really had time to get together with anybody and go. Oh, Jamie, see, that's what I'm waiting on. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. They already told me it was time to get my cataracts done. So see what they say tomorrow. But I'll probably schedule it as soon as I get back from Florida because I can't see nothing. Yeah, Gerbs, it's a good place. Or uh, any of these folks that have their live streams, you need to stop in and check them out. I've got so much knowledge from the reloading channels. A great bunch of folks too. That's what I heard, Georgia boy. I heard the 40 grain shoot, see, a little bit heavier bullet seems to shoot straighter and further. That's what I'll try and get if I can get some CCI bullets. I got some CCI rat shot the other day from my 22. I did find some CCI there. Ain't no problem, Jerbs. Like I said, anything you want to know, ask these other fellas. They know. Yeah, mine too, Jamie. It don't matter. Out, I mean, up close, I got to have these glasses to see the chat. But if I take them off at a distance, it doesn't matter. I don't even wear them when I'm not looking right up close because it doesn't even help anymore. Now, I wear trifocals and I can't see nothing unless I'm up close and I got these glasses on. Wow, that is a good price. I hadn't even been seeing any at Academy or any of them around here. I mean, I got plenty of 22s, but I hadn't even seen any 22 Magnum stuff down here. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Kyle. All right, Jerbs. I appreciate you coming in, brother. Y'all stay warm up there. I hope you warm up soon and your trees and shrubs don't die back. Whew. Well, Mike, that's probably about what it's costing down here right now. I just want them for coyote shooting, basically. I mean, I shoot my 22 a lot just to plink and just shoot at stuff, and I use it trapping right now. But I like to have the 22 Magnum. So, like, I was trapping a while back, had a coyote run right across the pasture. I could have got him with a 22 Magnum, but I knew if I shot him with that 22, he'd probably go off in the woods and die. But I would have liked to had him drop right there. Yeah, me same here, Georgia boy. The eye doctor told me I could just use some, you know, drugstore reading glasses, but I already got these, so I ain't gonna go buy a pair. But I have to take them off to look out further because then it's all blurry looking out like across the yard or something. All right, Jerb. See you, brother. Is it Jamie? Yeah, we had. I'm pretty sure we had a frost the last 2 nights. If not last 2 nights, we'll sure have one tonight. If it gets down to 31, I'm sure we did. But few of my bushes died back. We're still hanging in here tough with the other ones. A lot of them hadn't bloomed yet, so we ought to be all right. Better cover your stuff up if you can. I didn't have enough sheets and stuff to cover all them azaleas up, so I had to let them fend for themselves. Well, Mark, it was 30, what was it, Georgia boy? 32, 35 or something last night, and it's 70 now. And then tonight's going to be 31. And I don't know what the high is for tomorrow. But I mean, it's a bad time to be having a garden spot out. Well, I bet that hold a good bead, Georgia boy. I bet that barrel's got a. I bet it's balanced with that heavy barrel like that. Seems like I've seen that one with the octagon barrel. Jamie, y'all gotta warm up. You gotta get out in that kayak, catch you some fish. Really, Kyle? Mine were looking good, and then the last couple of nights they started looking a little puny. But a lot of my white ones and all are on their way out, so maybe they may just be looking like that because they're on their way out. All the red ones and pink ones and purple, all that stuff, they're still hanging in there, all right. But I did have some big old, I don't know what they're, orchids, and they get about 3 foot tall and have big old blooms on them. And man, it killed them back that last cold snap we had. I don't know if they're even gonna come back or not. No, a lot of it came down here, Georgia boy. Does it, Kyle? I think a lot of the Henry rifles had octagon barrels. I think that was kind of a you saw a lot. You still do see a lot of Henrys with octagon barrels. I know it makes them balance real good, but it's like even my muzzle loader just had a regular standard barrel on it. I never did even have a octagon barrel on my muzzle loader. Oh, good, Jamie. Well, that's good because that's why I'm glad I hadn't planted my garden yet. But surely this is going to be our last cold snap. I hope. I mean, usually by now, if we hadn't got a snowstorm or something, it usually starts warming up now. Really, Mark? That's cool. Yeah, me too. Me too, Georgia boy. Yeah, I used to shoot muzzleloader a lot. I hunted with it, deer hunted a lot with it, and pig hunted. But I hadn't shot that thing now. I cleaned it, oiled it up, and put it up. And gosh, I probably hadn't shot that thing in 10 years now. I always enjoyed it though. To me, it made deer hunting and pig hunting a lot funner. Plus, I think you can use it as it's considered small games on the WMAs if you use a muzzle loader or a primitive weapon, I guess. Oh yeah, he's hanging in here, Jamie. That's what I was talking about. I was scared that cold weather was going to mess him up, but he's hanging in here. It won't be long before I have a bunch more of them because I usually get one come in, and then all of a sudden there'll be like 3 or 4 more of them, and they'll start fighting. Hmm. That was a good looking muzzleloader, George boy. I got an old Thompson. I think it was a not a contender. Uh, it wasn't the Renegade. It was the next one. God, I can't remember which one it is. It's not the Renegade. I don't think there's another one, and I got 2 of them, but I can't remember what the name of that one is. Oh yeah, it's a good thing you got them started inside, Kyle. Hey, Vanessa Kitty, how you doing? I appreciate you coming in. Hope you're doing good on Sunday afternoon. Everybody say hey to Vanessa. Yeah, we're gonna do some sweet potatoes this year, Kyle, and some carrots. Well, we're gonna plant a little bit of everything, but I waited too late to plant my garlic. So, small water charge, how y'all doing? I appreciate you coming in. Y'all been fishing today? Georgia boy, I ain't never had luck. I mean, I have luck getting them to sprout, and they'll get up about 3 or 4 inches. And every time I put them in the ground, they croak out. So if I'm not planting from seeds in the garden, I'm buying plants. I've never had good luck doing it. The plants are just too flimsy, and they don't make it. Yeah, Vanessa, I have that happen all the time. My stuff mysteriously gets moved or gone, and I'm too fat to climb under one nowadays without jack stands. Oh, okay, good small water charge. That's pretty much what I did. But it'd be a pretty day to be fishing here. No wind today and 70 degrees. Yeah, I noticed that was a male, Jamie, or just by the coloring. I'm pretty sure it's the male. But this one's, I mean, I can sit on the porch and it'll rest and land on a bush right next to me. He ain't scared. I don't know if it's the same ones that came here last year or not, but I imagine they return to the same area each year. But I know the males are usually the green ones, and some of them's got the red chest that'll kind of turn colors. But this is a good size one. Wow, $55. I hope it already had fruit on it. Oh, plum tree. Yeah, plum trees are high. So are peaches and pear. All your fruit trees are high now. Ooh, I like the 76 part, but I don't want the wind. Small water. Yeah, I figured they did, Georgia boy. Uh-oh, Vanessa. I got to change the oil and stuff in my Jeep pretty soon. That's one good thing about that Jeep. I can climb in it through the motor and I can climb under it pretty good. Oh, thanks, Jamie. Yeah, Kyle, that's probably been my problem. I hadn't hardened them up like that. And it's just a shock to them when I bring them out. I should be trying to do that, but ooh, yeah. 50's too chilly for me, Vanessa. I know Mark J. Larson's laughing at me because he laughed at me when I said I was cold and it was like 30 degrees this year. Yeah, Vanessa, I wish I had more room now, but old as I am now, I'm probably not going to start any more fruit trees. I'd like to buy something that already had fruit trees on it. Well, heck, just sit around and stay in here, Vanessa. Yeah, I thought so, Jamie. I know they all look. A lot of them look the same, but it it's always the green one that shows up first, and he's usually the bossy one of the bunch too. Once he gets his territory established. I'm gonna have to move. I got 2 feeders on the front porch. I'm gonna have to put one in the garden and one on the front porch. Hopefully, keep them from fighting so bad. Oh, is it Kyle? Sunshock? Well, I'm just like I said. I'm just gonna plant seeds in the garden this year, and yeah, there you go, Mark. I'm just gonna plant them. I'm gonna get those from M&B Heritage Farms, and then I'm gonna go up to the feeding seed up here and get me some rattlesnake green beans, and then I'll just buy some plants. I don't blame you, Mike. A little bit of banana bread would be good right here, right now. Yeah, that's true, Vanessa. I mean, we always had fruit trees, especially apple trees, when I was growing up. And by the time we got out of high school, them trees were humongous. Really, Jamie? 55 bucks. Seemed like it'd be bigger than that for that much. Of course, everything's high right now. You know, what can you say? Yeah, Georgia boy, I usually get 2 of those and a couple of the solid the greenback ones, and, they fight, man, they fight with those greenback ones. But I usually have 2 pairs of them that hang together, so I'm gonna split those feeders up, and maybe they won't fight as bad. I did that last year, Vanessa. I did all my tomatoes in the big planter, in the big tubs, and they did good until I got that leaf blight or whatever it is, where the leaves fall off of them. Yeah, I hear you, Mike. See, that's our problem here is we won't have rain for a month, and then all of a sudden we'll get 5 straight days of rain. We don't just get rain showers. We get deluges, and it screws my tomato plants up every year, and then they wound up getting either root rot or the leaf blight. So by the time I got some beautiful tomatoes on it, all the leaves fall off and then it croaks. Oh, really, Jamie? Well, I know people are starting to see them here, and I got a buddy down in Florida that's got a couple that's already, it's down there. He usually has a lot of them too. Ooh, that sounds good, Vanessa. Every day's a good day for cornbread muffins. Well, I ought to, Georgia boy, just for the fact if some of them croak out, maybe the other ones won't. Matter of fact, I may split them up, put some on each end of the garden, and maybe it won't get all of them this year. I used to have good luck with them, but I don't know. This last few years with all the rain, the wet days, and then the dry days, they'll either split or crack, and then the leaf rot comes. Oh yeah, Vanessa. We always had all us neighborhood kids. We knew where all the good stuff was hanging out, and most of the people let us come pick what we wanted. We'd eat until we were about to pop. Yeah, they do love to fight. That's one thing about. I mean, I've seen them fight so hard. I figured one of them was going to die, but I kept seeing them out there. Yeah, that leaf blight stuff is bad news. Oh, cornbread's good, Mike. I love me some cornbread now. Matter of fact, I'll some nights I'll just eat buttered cornbread for supper. I don't like buttermilk, so I don't put it in buttermilk. My daddy used to put it in buttermilk. Oh yeah. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, Vanessa. Hey Mark, I sure appreciate you coming in, brother. I really do. Get in there and clean them trout. I'll see you on next time. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like syrup on it too. I like I used to make corn fritters, it's like little pancakes with cornbread. We always called them corn fritters, but I can eat a ton of them things. Just put some onions and peppers in them. Man, that's good. Even corn, you can put a little corn in them. Ooh, I bet that's good, Vanessa. With smoked maple syrup. Yeah, I agree, Georgia boy. We'd eat them till we couldn't eat no more. Then we'd throw them at each other because them things as hard as a rock. Ooh, I bet those are good pies, Vanessa. I don't know, Jamie. Uh, you know, I couldn't even tell you anybody around me right now that's got apple trees. Plums, I don't know anybody's got any plum trees. I mean, I got figs, but that's all I got here. That sounds good, Vanessa. Yeah, and I usually do that, Kyle. I usually load them up with eggshells, but I mean, when it hit me last year, I mean, they were dead within 4 or 5 days. And I mean, it's just, I think it was that screw weather we had last year. Oh, that's good. I tell you what, I noticed under my fig trees, I got a bunch of blackberries growing up there. I'm hoping to get some blackberries off of them this year. That's why I hadn't weeded it or anything under it because I didn't want to chop out all those blackberries. Wish I had more blackberries around here. I might could transplant them, I guess. We used to have a couple of good blueberry bushes too. Uh, my mama had a bunch too, but I don't have any planted here. Ooh, you can have them Carolina Reaper peppers. Jamie, do you plant your stuff from seed or do you just buy plants at the feed and seed? You got a lot of good chicken manure too. I wish I had some of that chicken manure to put in my garden. Oh, really, Vanessa? We're gonna try. How long does it take asparagus to grow ready for harvest? I heard it took a long time, but I've never planted any. We thought about planting some this year. I mean, we're planting a lot of broccoli because we always do pretty good with broccoli, but I didn't know about asparagus. Yeah, exactly, Michael. I don't have any trouble finding snakes around here usually. But luckily, I hadn't seen a copperhead or a moccasin or anything around here. It's all been just old chicken snakes and uh, black racers and stuff. Nah, that Carolina Reaper's too hot for me, Vanessa. Yeah, see, Georgia boy, that's what I want to do. We're gonna get some chickens. I planned on already having them, but I got stuck doing more with this garden. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a chicken tractor, make me a chicken tractor, and just move it up and down the garden during the winter, and then till it under in the spring. That's what I thought, Vanessa. That's yeah. I may just have to keep buying asparagus. Yeah, I'm hoping we get some good blackberries this year, Jamie. Oh yeah. I can't eat anything hot like that anymore, Vanessa. It'd kill me. I'd be taking belly pills all day. Yeah, I can get a pretty good deal on asparagus here too, Kyle. Now I did enjoy. I've got a little bit of garlic out back here, but mine never got real big. We put some when we were pickling last year. I like garlic in my pickles when I make them, and they were okay size for that. But I want to get some of those elephant garlic, elephant clove garlic. They say them things are humongous. Okay, Vanessa. Hey, Mike, I sure appreciate you coming by, buddy. I hope y'all warm up, and the wind quits blowing there, and no rain. Thank you a lot, buddy. Yeah, that's about me, Georgia boy. I can go as far as a jalapeno, but that's it for me. Okay, Jamie. I ain't never had no rhubarb. I've heard of it all my life. I never had any. Everybody says it's good. Hey, Dave Collier Camping, how you doing, brother? I appreciate you stopping in. We just talking about a few things everybody's planting and what we like to plant. Yeah, that's me, Michael. I used to love hot stuff, but nowadays it's getting where it's harder and harder on me. I still like hot wings, but the other night I ate some wings and my mouth was numb. God, it was numb. We might do that this year, Georgia boy. We pickled some okra too last year, but I've never done tomatoes. I bet they're good. Oh, okay, Vanessa, that sounds good. I always heard a lot of people make rhubarb pies, but I've just never had any. I bet it would be good on ice cream though. Nah, that's way too over my limit, Vanessa. That's good, Dave. Yeah, we'll be planting here in about another 6 or 7 days ourselves. Oh, that's good, Vanessa. That's one good thing. I got access to, at least I don't have to tote buckets of water like when I was a kid. I can reach everything with my water. Oh, if you wasn't so far, Jamie, I'd get one of your chicks if you have some. Yeah, Kyle, my mom and daddy used to eat them all the time, and I'll eat them, but I like to wait till they get good and red for sandwiches and BLTs. That's what I always had my insulated well house, Vanessa. 'Cause I had one year where my pump froze up, and I said I can't afford to do that ever again. So I insulated it and even put a little light in there where it'd stay warm. Hey, Jake Bicknell, how you doing, little buddy? Y'all out training dogs or turkey hunting? I'm hoping it stays warm here, Dave. We've got it warm, but it won't stay warm. Keeps getting too cold at night. Oh, I bet that would be, Vanessa. That would be good. Tia Moni Arts, how you doing? I appreciate it. You getting all settled in down here now? Yeah, yeah. I think Mark said he had to go clean them trout or something. He was in there for a good while, but he just left. I appreciate you stopping in, even if you're looking for him. That sounds good, Vanessa. Yeah, I hear you, Kyle. I've been eating a lot of pig lately because I can't afford steaks. Yeah, anybody in here that wants to run their links, y'all run them. Uh, yeah, it's been Dave. It's been too. It's just too cold. I mean, at night it's just too cold here. So I don't. We're waiting. We're gonna wait till Good Friday anyway. Yeah, the days have been beautiful. It may be windy, but at least it's warmed up. And at night we're getting down in the low 30s. Yeah. Are you gonna move them back in tonight, Georgia boy, or just let them huddle around that light? Good, Monica. Good. I was hoping you got settled in. I know y'all are gonna enjoy it, and you'll enjoy being down there or up there. Well, we used to have pigs when I was younger, but I ain't got enough room to have them here, Vanessa. But that's a good idea, though. If you can buy them from a farmer and just have them took to the slaughterhouse, that's the way to go. Same way with beef. Hey, Frontier Survival, how you doing? I appreciate you coming in, brother. Yeah, that's right, Kyle. Yeah, we've talked about just going in and buying a couple of cows here and have them took to the slaughterhouse and do them that way. But it's got to be cheaper than buying it at the stores now because the uh, the ranchers ain't getting no money for their cows or the bulls. Heath, how's y'all's weather right now? Y'all warmed up any? Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be okay, Georgia boy. I'm south of Atlanta, Kyle. I'm about 30 miles south of Atlanta. So if I came to see y'all, I'd have to go around 285 because I ain't going through Atlanta. Oh, okay, Vanessa. We've got some places around here I could get some, but I need another freezer. I got to get a freezer down here in the shed. Oh, well, that's cool, Monica. I'm glad you were able to keep the same job and work remote like that. You know, a lot of people are doing that now, and that made the move a whole lot easier. Already having your job set up for you when you got here. Are they, Michael? I talked to the guys that I trap for here, and they said they're not paying anything right now. I mean, nothing compared to what it was. So if the ranchers here aren't getting any money for them, somebody jacking the price up. 60s, that's yeah, that's pretty good. That's, well, I know. You'll get it all squared away though. Just keep working, making Mark work on it. Don't let him fish no more till it's done. Yeah, sunny's good. It's sunny here today, Frontier. Yeah, I mean that's the way to go, Dave. If you can do it with another family or something. Well, I'm gonna get some chickens for before the summer's over. I just don't have the room to keep no pigs. Oh man, I didn't even think about that, Georgia boy. I hope I can find one. I got to get power run out here. I'm running on a drop cord right now, but I'm gonna bury a service line coming in here before trapping season starts again. That's for sure. Oh, I think I missed my chat. I'm gonna get behind. Yeah, I'd like that, Kyle. I'd like to do that. I'll have to get up y'all's way. We'll go to we'll go to Cracker Barrel or Golden Corral or something. Yeah, that's the way to go, Vanessa. Hey, John, Unpaved Explorer, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're enjoying your Sunday afternoon. Yeah, hiking anywhere today, or are you taking it easy? Water the field. What's up, my brother? We're doing good, doing good. Just hanging out in the barn and taking it easy. I gotta go back to tilling in a little while after this is over, but taking a nice break. 56 and sunny in Virginia. Well, maybe it'll keep on climbing, Dave. I'm sure y'all have had a lot of cold nights too. Whoa, I'm way behind the chat. 'Cause I hear you, Monica. Yeah, he told me they caught y'all caught a lot of good trout. Yeah, I know, Georgia boy, but I'm inside the city limits down here, and they won't let you have pigs. And get this, I can have horses, and I can have chickens, and I can have goats, but you can't have pigs. So I guess somebody on city council didn't like pigs because we never had big old pens, not for two pigs. Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, that's the only thing you got to watch for. I got a fox and a coyote on my trail cam night before last. I've had more trouble with fox than I ever have on coyotes as far as chickens, though. Yeah, I agree, John. I just hadn't had time to go pig hunting. But you're right. We used to. I mean, I've always shot them and brought them home and eat them, but I just hadn't been able to get in the woods enough after trapping season. Oh, that's cool. You too, Water to Fill. What do you got going on today? You kicking back with some cold brew? That'd be awesome, Dave. We're at 72. I hope we hit 80 pretty soon. Get the crappie back up to the top. Well, that's good, Georgia boy. I guess I ought to get me a guard dog here, but you know, when I used to live down in Monticello, down in Jasper County, and I had I had fox coming around the hen house all the time, but I never had any of them ever get in. But you know, I know they can do it. I had more trouble with chicken snakes or rat snakes getting in there stealing my eggs than anything. They could get through a whole small hole in them. I think they could go through chicken wire. They get in there and steal my eggs, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And finally, one of them, I went out there early, and one of them had swallowed an egg and he couldn't get back out the hole. So I just got him and took him on down the woods and threw him back in the woods. But now hawks, you know, here I'd have to have the top of the pen covered for sure because we got some pretty active hawks around here. I see them catching field mice all the time. Yeah, I am Georgia boy. I'm taking both cameras down there and hopefully I'll get some footage. I took it last year and wound up I got it was the action was so good I never got the camera out and by the time the big run was over, I didn't even get any footage. So this year I'm gonna set the cameras up and stuff before daylight. That way when they start biting, they usually start biting right at daylight. And I'll already have it rolling. And I'll be down there with a couple of buddies of mine. So I'm gonna try and talk one of them into running one of the cameras. I may put one on my chest mount or on my hat thing. Jamie, I appreciate you running all these links for me. Oh, did you, Kyle? So far, I hadn't seen any this year, but I mean, I know they're here. I just hadn't seen any come out yet. We got a creek that runs right down through here next to the house, and usually I'm good to see one or two old moccasins out there every year. Ha! Now, I thought your fishing video went good, Georgia boy. You just have to remember to cut the camera on before you start fighting the fish. And trust me, I've done that a million times. I'll think my camera's on and then I won't cut it on till after I caught the fish. I wish I had all the footage that I should have had, but I didn't. Okay, Monica. Thanks a bunch. I appreciate that. Yeah. When I used to metal detect, look for Civil War stuff, I would run up on. It seemed like I'd run up on a copperhead once a day, every day somewhere. I was gonna run up on copperhead, but I guess because once trapping season's over, I'm out of the woods, and then just don't see them around my yard much. Maybe on the edge of the wood line. Hey, I've done that too, Georgia boy. And I've had it on hyperlink where everything was, running 100 mile an hour. I try not to mess with the settings on that GoPro any more than I have to because I will screw it up. And half the time I'll take the video upside down. I don't know how I do that, but I wind up doing that a lot. Oh, cow, that's too close to the house now. Yeah, that's way too. When they start coming up to the porch, it's time for a snake killing. Yeah, that's a little close to home there. I've never killed one out here in the yard or seen one around the house. But I know every time I go in the woods, I'd see them. And that's when I see one, trapping season's over, you know. And that's why I never liked to bow hunt. And I've only went turkey hunting a few times because something about sitting on the ground in a blind in Georgia with copperheads just I'm constantly looking for snakes instead of turkeys. Oh, did you, Georgia boy? I'll check that out. I didn't. I guess I hadn't went back far enough to saw that one. I guarantee you, Jamie, unless the turkeys are eating them, needing. I have had that happen too. My chickens, I'd notice a bunch of busted eggs, and they'd peck those eggs, and because they needed calcium, and I started throwing out some oyster shells, crushed up oyster shells, and they stopped eating their own eggs or the other chicken's eggs. I don't know who was eating them, but dang, Matt. I'd have probably passed out and fell out of the boat. I probably would have fainted right there. That's the last video they'd have seen me going over the side of the boat. Oh, really, John? Y'all don't have any? We're loaded up with them down here. If we got more poisonous snakes down here, you can shake a stick at. Now, one thing is, I've never seen a rattlesnake around here south of Atlanta where I live. I know they're North Georgia and South Georgia, kind of like the skunks, but I've never seen. And I did have them down there in Monticello when I lived in Jasper County. I had rattlesnakes, but up in here, I've never seen a rattlesnake. That's cool. I'm gonna check that out. Oh, where are you at? Okay. Well, I'd have fainted right there on the ground then. Huh? That may be a snake then, Jamie. Oh, good. Maybe it'll warm up some. Yeah, I don't know. I used to go down to, well, it's southeast Georgia, I guess, down toward oh, what is that? Wadley, Georgia. I guess near Statesboro or Swainsboro, down there out I-20 south of Augusta. But now I have seen more rattlesnakes down there in that country than you can shake a stick at. That's pretty much when I quit. I quit going turkey hunting. You walk through a field and they just start rattling. You just stand there and they'd move off and go away. But that just made me, it scared me to death. Yeah, I imagine so, Kyle. Usually, I know the mountains got a lot of the diamondbacks. They got a lot of the what was them little one, hog nose rattlesnakes. Woo, John, y'all need to warm up more than that for me. Y'all had a ton of snow this year too. That's one of the only good things I can say about living down in there in the South. Our winters aren't that harsh, and it gets warm pretty quick generally. We have a lot more summer than we do winter here. It's getting to be where it's almost one long season. I'm sure it's global warming. Yeah, I hear you, Kyle, but as long as you see them before they see you, I can't stand snakes. There's a few things I can't stand: a snake, a rat, and a spider web if I'm walking through the woods and it's still dark. Them three things are three things I can't handle. And I don't like yellow jackets and wasps either. Pretty much anything that hurts, I don't like it. We had more yellow jackets last year than I've ever seen before. I hope we don't have them this year. Yeah, I can handle that, Kyle. I can handle 70 degrees year round. It'd be just fine with me. With a little bit of breeze, not much, just a little bit of breeze. Well, if we had a lot of rattlesnakes here, John, it'd be full because I'd kill every one of them I saw. Yeah, I agree, Georgia boy. Something about, and I trap, but something about my a mouse or a rat. I mean, especially a big old wharf rat. We used to have them around the fire station when I worked there, out on Fulton Industrial. In that industrial area, I seen some wharf rats big as a possum. Yeah, I just kidding, Michael. I bet y'all got a lot of rattlesnakes in Texas too. Yeah, I imagine so, Kyle. Yeah, I don't do snakes or rats or like I said, ain't nothing worse than walking to a spider web when you're going through the woods and it's dark on your way to the deer stand or turkey hunting. One of them big old wood spiders, wolf spiders, or whatever they are. You walk into that nest, I can't stand that. Oh yeah, Georgia boy, I do that. I put it uh Irish Spring in my camper. I keep it in there. And I've never had a mouse in that camper. I imagine you could do it in your house under the sinks and stuff like that too. Probably keep them out of there. They say they won't nest where that it's just smells too strong. Oh yeah, John. That's the type I'm talking about. And when I was a kid, I worked out there at Six Flags over Georgia, the amusement park. And out there where they had those water rides, they had some of the biggest wharf rats out there I've ever seen too. I mean, they stand up on their back legs. Man, they were big. I'd love to be able to get out there and plink them things now. Yeah, well, them field mice will get everywhere, Georgia boy. You can't keep them out. I mean, I've never tried the soap in my shed out here. And that's one weird thing is all these hides I got hanging in here and all the skinning I do and all that. I've never seen any sign of a mouse in here. And I put out those sticky traps just in case. Have never caught one. But they'll get in the other side of the barn where my lawnmowers are. And I don't know what the deal is with that. Oh, really, Michael? I thought y'all was covered up with them. I guess it's, y'all's. I guess it's a little more like where we live here, since you're. Uh, well, I don't know. I just thought all of Texas had them rattlesnakes everywhere. Yeah. Well, John, there's 3 or 4 of them that live around, and maybe that's why I don't have them. I'm always getting cats on my trail cam hanging around my barn, so they may be catching them before they get in the barn. I don't know. I mean, I know one time in a week I had 4 different cats on my trail cam, and they were all hanging around my barn. So maybe they're catching them under the barn before they get into the barn. But I have caught field mice in my coon traps before. So I don't know. Just been lucky, I guess. How's the buzzing today? Is the buzzing gone finally? Yeah, I imagine not, Georgia boy. Yeah, I don't imagine the shepherds like them cats too much. I can't really have a dog because I don't have it. But the yard, I got a big yard, but it ain't fenced off, and I live in a busy area, so I'd be scared to death they'd get hit. If I ever get out of here and get me some land in the country again, I'll have me some. I always wanted some bloodhound. Hey, set on sign. How you doing, brother? I appreciate you coming in. We're just sitting back talking a little bit. All right, Kyle. I appreciate you coming in, brother, and hanging out for a while. I ain't no problem. I try and do it, everybody. I'm just slow, but I appreciate you coming in, buddy. I'll see you on another live. I tell you, I left my air conditioner off in here in the barn. I usually run it, leave it on set on about 77, 78, just to keep it cooler in here. And I don't know if I unplugged the power and forgot to plug it back up, but it done got hot out here. And I try and keep it cool because these hides. Oh, really? Set on sign? We were just talking about that. Georgia boy got on them pretty good last week, and then all this cold. Well, we had rain and it muddied up the water. Then it got cold, and guess they went back deep for a little while. They ought to be picking back up though. Okay, good, Michael. Yeah, the Irish Spring thing works. I'm telling you, I've had zero trouble, and my camper sits out there, most of the time, and it's right in front of the woods line. And I've never had them get in it. I tell you what, John, my last dog was a Jack Russell. I love that little old dog, and you're right. He'd catch and kill anything that come around the house. But it was so hyper, ain't no way I could have one here. Not with the road being so close out front. But to me, that's one of the best dogs you can ever have is a Jack Russell. They're hunters. They'll chase a squirrel up a tree. Roadside Fishing Adventures. Hey, I appreciate you coming in, brother. Yeah, well, that 28-mile-an-hour wind sucks. I don't care if you're on a bank or in a kayak or on a boat. When it gets above about, to me, when it gets above about 8 mile an hour, it starts getting too crappy to be out there. Yeah, yeah, Georgia boy, y'all had some good catches, you and the boys. Those are some nice bass too. And my buddy wore them out down here the other day, but then it just shut down. I tell you what, most dogs hate moles. I've noticed that. Oh, it's doing good roadside. Uh, I need to get something out there. I don't know if we got anything thawed out or not. I need to put something on the grill tonight. Uh, I got some brats in there. I need to get them brats ate up, and I got some deer burger too. I got to start cleaning the freezer out because once we get some stuff going, I'm gonna put some vegetables in there. Wow, Georgia boy, I knew it was a good Benny. And y'all had some that weren't dinkers either. They were nice. They're like 2 or 3 pound bass. Oh, it's going good, John. I mean, I got a few more little things I want to do to it, but I got it running. I ordered or sent in for a tag for it today. So as soon as the tag gets here, they told me I couldn't drive, even though I bought the tag, until it goes on the Jeep. I can't drive it. So I'm gonna drive it around, take a test drive, fill it up with some high test and seafoam, and see how it does. I need a muffler on it, but uh, I mean, I think I'll be all right for a test drive. I'm hoping to be trapping out of it this year. I got a couple more videos I'm gonna do on it. I mean, I don't know. Some people like them, some people don't, but I mean, they're not long videos, so I'll probably do. I got one video I'm gonna do where I replace the brake system, and I can't remember what else the other one was. Yeah, I can't wait, Michael. I'll be glad to get it on the road. And I'm just gonna sand it and primer it as I go. I ain't no hurry, and then I'll have it painted and put all new uh, uh, chrome stuff, detail stuff on it as I go. Hey, I tell you what, I've enjoyed that old Jeep for years and years. I had an 80 model before I had that one, and I mean for 15, 20 years, Jeep's all I drove. But I don't know. I don't know if I could drive it to Florida and back nowadays. That it's pretty bumpy. I was like, my body wasn't. It was in a lot better shape back then. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The new Jeeps are nice. I mean, they're quieter, they ride good. But that old Jeep, I mean, I drove it many a mile. I know that. Yeah, that's right, John. I tell you what, I put that thing through the mill when I had it years ago. I can't count how many times I got that Jeep stuck. Oh, thanks, set on sign. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, if y'all want to hit that thumbs up button, you can. Or you don't have to. Don't matter. Mine's the standard size, I guess, but I've got those wider tires and it's always felt stable as far as I mean, I've had it sideways before and never rolled it over. Uh I've been up some stuff steep enough where I almost rolled it over backwards on me. But that's a stable old Jeep. And you can put it in four-wheel low and get out and walk next to it. It'll just creep up side of a hill. Hey, thanks, Monica. I sure appreciate you hanging in here for a while. And you tell that knucklehead I said take you fishing again. Oh yeah, Michael. They're bumpy now. They ain't and that's probably another thing I need to do is put some new shocks on that thing. Because I don't know if my daddy ever put any shocks on it, and I know I never did. So we're riding on almost 40-year-old shocks. It's probably time to do that. Oh yeah, John. I've been pulled out by everything. Down at Atlanta Motor Speedway, I was in a bogging hole down there, and I had a Winnebago pull me out. Okay, Monica. I will look forward to it. Y'all have a good Sunday evening. Oh, have you set on sign? Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I read it wrong. No, I haven't. I haven't. I've been honest with you. I've been either working on the Jeep or working in that garden. I got all the stuff to start doing everything. I just have not had time to do anything. And then we're getting ready for this fishing trip. So it'll probably be after Florida before I do anything. Hey, Matt, I sure appreciate you hanging in here this long, buddy. I really do. I'll come by and see you. Hope you get some turkeys if you go back. No, that's exactly right, George boy. Well, I had already had the state troopers and Henry County police already told me. He said you got 30 minutes to get it out, or we're towing it in, and you have to pay to get it out of impound. So luckily that Winnebago pulled me out. Okay, roadside fishing adventures. I sure appreciate you hanging in here. You go and take care of that youngin. Yeah, Michael. I did. Yeah, I definitely got my money out of out of both those Jeeps. Maybe it'll last me the rest of my time. Then I'll give it to my son or whoever wants it, or they can throw it up and sell it, whatever they want to do with it. I mean, they make good little hunting wagons. And I was thinking about getting a side by side, but I thought, that Jeep isn't much wider than most of your bigger side by sides now. So I think I'm just going to use the Jeep. I mean, I can put that carrier on the back of it and the hitch thing. And I can always pull the trailer if I need to take my four wheeler somewhere. But I think I can get that Jeep. Most places you can get a side by side. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna get the side by side now because they want as much for the side by sides as that Jeep's worth out there, probably. Oh yeah, Michael. I'm sorry. Yeah, I definitely got my money's worth out of those shocks. I hadn't took it out around anywhere except just driving it up and back in the yard. So it uh it might actually make it a little better than what it is right now. Probably needs all new motor mounts and sprint the rubber under those shackles too. I'm sure all that stuff's wore out by now. Hey John, I appreciate you coming in, buddy, and staying so long. I really do. Have a good Sunday afternoon. Hey, Georgia boy, I sure appreciate it, brother. Uh Hope you have a good week. Maybe you can get on them crappy again. They are, Michael. I was shocked when I started looking into getting one. And I mean, I didn't even want the big fancy one. But it's ridiculous what they want for one. I thought, why not put the money into that Jeep, fix it back up? Because at least I know it's got a good heater now. And with most of those side by sides, you still got either half doors or no windshield and that kind of stuff. So unless you want to spend $15,000 on one to be enclosed, that's just too much money for me to invest in it because I wouldn't be using it, but just during trapping season, maybe hunting season. That'd be it. So I can't justify doing that. Not for that amount of money. It's just too much. Oh. Well, I tell you what, y'all, I've been on about an hour and 45 minutes. I'm not gonna stay on as long as I normally do because I need to get out here and finish tilling this garden and all up. But I sure appreciate y'all hanging in here with me as long as you have. Jamie, thank you so much for running the links and stuff for me today. And I hope everybody has a good week coming up. Maybe the weather will be good for everybody. But well, Michael, that's what I'm talking about. I was looking at them at on Facebook Marketplace, and I thought that's just too much, man. I'm not going to pay that much for even for a used one, and a brand new one. I saw them for $20,000, $30,000 for a side by side. That's ridiculous. Thanks, Kyle. I sure appreciate it, buddy. I'm gonna wrap it up, y'all. I really appreciate each and every one of you hanging out with me, and we'll try and do it again next weekend. And even when I go to Florida, I may do a live down there, maybe do a live catch and cook or something. But I appreciate it. Thanks so much for coming out, and I reckon I'll see you on the next one. I'll see y'all.